Hey guys, welcome to the channel again. Today we are going to learn something about ADFS authentication, which is quite interesting topic for today. And you all might have heard about the ADFS authentication, how ADFS server are going down, and then user are stuck with the problem. They are not able to log into their application when ADFS was down. So this time, in case of Office 365, if you're logging into Office 365 with your ADFS server and your ADFS servers are down, how you will authenticate through Azure AD, that we're going to learn here. The skill level you require, that is advanced, and some basic skills are required like understanding of Active Directory. If you are an advanced user, that you might have experience in Active Directory. Then ADFS for sure, Azure AD sync tool, then Azure AD and a PowerShell. So this is our ADFS server. We are going to move our authentication from our ADFS to Azure AD. Then we will again roll it back from Azure AD to our ADFS server. So let's see how we will achieve it. But before that, please subscribe our channel, like and share the videos. It will give us power and it will give us motivation to bring something new each and every time for you people. Today you also heard this is unique feature, right? This is the unique thing that you can do with your ADFS, moving the authentication from here to there in case of any emergencies. We will see 3 use cases. Which use case is familiar you are, we will do it with that. So first of thing, what is ADFS, how your user are authenticating. If you are an advanced user, you might have an idea about it, right? So I think I don't need to explain how it works and what is exactly it is. But if you don't have an idea about ADFS, please let us know. We will sure certainly bring something for you that you will be able to understand why and how ADFS has to be used. So it is Active Directory Federation Services, a good single sign-on solution. I said good, not best. There are many best solutions in market. Those are available and those are fully managed by the other supporting companies. If your user are using some internet applications and those applications require authentication through your Active Directory, you can use ADFS as a reverse proxy. Why? Because your user don't need to remember many passwords, right? They can log into their application with a single Active Directory password. So in this case, ADFS server is being used. This service is being used and it is quite good for that purpose. You're an advanced guy, I don't need to tell you how does ADFS work and what are the the protocols and some other things on related to ADFS, right? So let's skip this topic. If you are not an advanced guy, just read the 4 steps, read the 4 point given below, and you'll understand how does it work. Okay, this is just an overview of how does ADFS work. If you will go in very deep, you will understand and you will learn a lot of things. But I will keep it up to you. You just try doing research on ADFS and try understanding how it works. The most common question, why do companies use ADFS? As I said, this is a quite good SSO solution, single sign-on solution. In terms of SSO, see, these are 2 things. It is single sign-on or it is same sign-on. Okay, if you have logged into your Windows computer, you are opening an application and you are going inside the application without logging in, that is single sign-on. But you are logging in any application with your same AD credential, it is called same sign-on. Okay, so ADFS does both the things, and this is why it is favored for most of the companies, because this is a Microsoft product and this comes inside the server. You don't need to purchase ADFS separately. Okay, this is there in roles and features. You just enable it and start using it. 90% of the organization are using Active Directory, which means they may use ADFS as well. Yes, exactly, because ADFS gives the authentication token based on Active Directory only, right? So If you are using an Active Directory giving your user access to internet application, you might have heard about ADFS, or you will certainly going to use the ADFS. There are a hell lot of other SSO solution available in market. Do research on them also. ADFS, why and how it is flexible, you can see. You can log in to any internet application like Office 365, WebEx, DocuSign, Salesforce, Skype, Twitter, and Dropbox, Slack, etc., etc., etc. How it does happen? Azure AD sync tool syncs your identity and password to Azure AD, and these other applications are being authentication from Azure AD through ADFS. Any risk and disadvantages of ADFS? Yes, there are disadvantages, because if ADFS versions are not patched, there are lots of vulnerabilities are coming on internet, and you may be a victim, or your organization may be a victim of identity hacks. So it is secure, but you have to keep it secure, then it will be secure. There is one more disadvantage, that it comes free, but when you purchase a server license, and nowadays 2016, 2019, all the server license are coming on core basis license. Yeah, a core license basis per core. Yeah. One more disadvantage is, when you are taking hits on your ADFS server through a web server, you need SSL certificate, so your organization has to bear that SSL certificate cost as well. Fine, let's move. ADFS versus Azure Active Directory. As I said, ADFS requires a lot of maintenance, but Azure Active Directory comes free in your Azure subscription when you subscribe for Office 365. Yes, it comes free for you. And there are many, elastic feature, many stretched features in Active Directory, like multi-factor authentication, etc., etc., etc. ADFS does not support multi-factor authentication at its own. It requires some other third-party tools to achieve it, but it does with some third-party tools, and Azure AD does it at its own. So these are three use cases when you should cut over your ADFS authentication to Azure AD. So this goes like this. If your data center is moving from one location to other location, to save your cost, what you will do, you will shut down all the server at once, you will move them at once, and you will bring up them. It will take around 8 hours if you have a small data center of 200 or 300 servers, right? And for 8 hours, the ADFS server will remain down. How your users will authenticate the internet applications like Salesforce, SharePoint Online, Outlook Online, Slack, and other application like Dropbox, etc., etc. Second case is same. Server went down due to patching. How your user will authenticate. Third case is also same. You're upgrading the ADFS, you will keep it down, right? Until your ADFS is upgraded to the new version. How your user will authenticate? The same question and the same answer. Move your authentication to Azure Active Directory. We will see how we are going to achieve them, but see the current scenario. We have some users connecting to data center through MPLS link. Okay, they are accessing STS URL through MPLS link because ADFS servers are up right now, and there are internet users as well, right? If they are logged into portal.office.com or see slack.company.com, company.slack something, or any Dropbox custom account mapped to your connected to your organization, if they are authenticated through internet, they need ADFS, right? So this internet people, how they will come? They will first come to web server, then that request will go to ADFS server and it will be served as natural, right? So ADFS server are in intranet zone, okay, internal zone, and the web servers are in DMZ, right? So as an advanced user, you might have an idea, right, why we use DMZ. Any hits coming from internet on your server, those server has to be hosted on DMZ, exactly, and some hardening has to be done before hosting your server to DMZ. So this is our current map, and what we are going to do, we are going to shut down our ADFS server and move our authentication directly to internet. Before moving our authentication to internet, what we need to do, we need to synchronize our user accounts and their passwords to Azure AD through AD Connect tool or Azure AD Sync tool. This is the map which we have currently. This is the current setup, okay. Considering this data center, this is the current setup. When you will change your authentication from ADFS to Azure AD, this will not change because this has to be keep running. If your user is resetting his password from Active Directory, this changed password has to be synced with Azure Active Directory, exactly. So this AD Connect tool and Azure AD Sync tool is required. So which use case we are going to be work on today is one. The use case is one. Your data center will remain down for 8 hours and you will allow your users to authenticate to Office 365 through Azure AD, not through ADFS, because the servers are down, right? Your data center is being moved. Let's go. So this is how we will perform. Before starting this, I'll beg you to subscribe our channel, like and share the video, and please comment whatever queries you have, please comment, so we'll answer those queries, okay. And you need commands which we are going to run today, please comment, so we'll give you the text file link of those commands. We'll give in the description as well, but complete script, right, transcript will give you in the notepad. Now let's move. This is our first step. Run your PowerShell as an administrator. Run the module, import the module MS Online. This command you have to run before connecting to MSL service, otherwise the service won't connect. This module you require for it. Then go connect MSL service, give your admin credentials, what is that, global administrator credentials. Then run the command get -msl domain. You will see your domain, custom domain is federated, okay. You are able to see two domains, right? There is first domain which is by default given by Microsoft tenant, and this is our custom domain, our company domain, which is techwonders.in. It is federated right now, so any internet application being authenticated by your user, it will be authenticated by ADFS because it is federated. So now to move the ADFS authentication to Azure AD, what we are going to do is we will convert our domain from federated to standard domain, to managed domain. So how we will do it? In our case, the domain is techwonders.in, but make sure you are using your tenant domain, right? Because you won't be able to use this. Now the first step, how you will bypass. Connect your MSL service as given in the screenshot. Run this command, convert -msl domain to standard. Domain name, you give your domain name. Password file is yes. You are going to sync the password. That password file, yes, one parameter you have to give. You are keeping your user as an Active Directory user, so keep this switch -skip user conversion to true, okay. User has not to be converted, the UPN will change. Make sure you're keeping skip user conversion as true, okay. Fine. What will happen? The domain will change from federated to managed. See the difference. Earlier it was federated, now it is managed. Once it is changed as managed, you are free, because all users will now authenticate from Azure AD. No hits will come on the ADFS side, because ADFS side is down. You have changed the federated domain to manage. So all the users who are trying to connect to internet application through your Active Directory credentials, you are syncing the password with Azure AD tool, right? And then they will be able to connect to Active Directory with the Active Directory password, with the application internet application with their Active Directory password without any issues. So before, how it was looking like authentication from ADFS, see the page, login page, and see the Office 360 or Azure AD login page. It is much different, right? Yes, it has to be, because the first screenshot is from ADFS login page, second is the Microsoft given login page. Now your user, how they are using, if they are logging to portal.office.com, they will directly go to Azure Active Directory and log into the other application like Salesforce, SAP, Dropbox, ServiceNow, Slack, and Office 365. See the right bottom, original data center, there is a AD Connect tool syncing identities from your Active Directory servers directly to the Azure Active Directory. This is your current scenario after converting your federated domain to standard domain. Yes. So users are now able to log in when your ADFS are down. Just suppose your data center activity is completed and ADFS servers are up. How you will move your authentication from Azure AD to back to ADFS server? So let's see how you will do it. See, here is a single command. Command is convert -msl domain to federated, from standard to federated. Yes. Then domain name is your domain. Once you run the command, you'll run the get msl domain and you'll find it is now again changed to federated. Earlier is was managed, right? Before that it was federated, then we change it to manage, then we again change it to